All right, so the A's get swept to the Boston Red Sox, losing their 9th game out of their last 10, losing by a final score of 5-2 in a game where Boston just took the game over in the 6th inning with a 3-run 6th inning. Today was a rare occasion where I actually didn't watch the A's game, but I did check up on it frequently. Today I was actually at the Dodgers-Mets game, as I am in SoCal right now, but that was a very exciting game. That's besides the point. But I very much was disappointed in the A's not even getting one out of this series. Boston, they're a good team. They have a high payroll. Sorry, they have a high payroll. But I expected the A's to maybe steal one in this series. Boston moves up to 500 after this, and the A's move to an embarrassing 16 games under 500, a record of 20-36. Now, Boston, obviously they'd kind of been struggling this season, in parts of it at least. But I feel like, against the A's, they sort of just showed how they could take over in that 6th inning. Like I said, it was just a pure dominance by him. Boston got on the board first. Devers hit one to left. It was an RBI single, and that made it 1-0 Boston. Then the A's eventually came through and tied up the game with Ramon Laureano hitting one to right field, and that made it 1-1, scoring in Chad Pinder. Now in the 6th inning, like I said, Frankie Montas gave up a 3-run shot to Boston, and that made it 4-1. And the A's, they gave up another run as well while Puck was pitching, and they finally did get another run. Tony Kemp drove one in with 2 outs, sort of a little rally going, but the A's just fell apart in this game. Not just Frankie Montas. I feel like in general, the starting pitching is really blowing it. Like our bullpen, I can't even blame anymore. It's Frankie Montas. I can't totally blame the guy, but he struck out 7. But I feel like a better performance might have been more helpful. Also, the A's did have an error in this game. He had a couple unearned runs. So yeah, for the Red Sox, they had a very good game from Rafael Devers, who had 2 RBIs in this game, and Franchy Cordero, who's been a monster in this series, had the 3 RBIs. So that was 5 runs total. The A's faced former A's pitcher, actually, Rich Hill. He wasn't with us too long, but I remember when he was with us. And he pitched 6 innings, and he had 5 strikeouts. Similar start to Frankie Montas, but I feel like a recurring thing is the A's starting pitching sometimes folds in the middle frames. Caprillion, Irvin, Montas. These guys are great pitchers when they want to be, but I feel like sometimes it falls apart. And no disrespect to Montas, he's our best pitcher, but I feel like at times it's a little bit hard to see him, perform like this. And it's really a shame too, because the A's just leave too many guys in scoring position and on base in general. In this game, Boston had 7 hits, the A's had 7 hits, and that's not super out of line to have the same amount of hits as a team and still lose, but this is a recurring issue. This is something that's been going on for a while. So the A's lose their 9th game out of their last 10. They get swept back-to-back series now, obviously getting swept to the Red Sox and the Astros. And then obviously when we played the Rangers, we lost 3 out of 4, and we did win 1 of those. So the A's, can officially say they haven't lost 10 games in a row, but they've been awfully close. Now we're going to play the Atlanta Braves. We're going to head to Atlanta on a road trip. This homestand is over. I think the A's are happy it's over, considering how bad it was. We're going to play the Braves and see a familiar face in Matt Olson. I'm a little excited for that. But yeah, it's a big away stretch coming, and I'm sort of just kind of expecting us to lose. But it was a very bad homestand for the A's, and maybe attendance has something to do with it. I don't know. I'm guessing probably the morale of the team is low. The A's are just not performing well. It's hard to perform well with, a practically AAA roster, if we're being real, but I'm sort of expecting it. I feel like, watching every game and talking about it every day, it's sort of a lot of similarities in these games. I'm repeating a lot of information. It's a lot of leaving guys on base. It's a lot of not performing up to standards, and as a result, we lost. So anyways, guys, that's going to do it. Red Sox win 5-2. Let me know your thoughts on this game. I'll see you guys later, and yeah, go A's.